Okay, this means war. Now, if you saw the previews for this one, you essentially have two best friends who are also CIA agents pining after Reese Witherspoon. On that premise alone, it probably sounds kind of bland. The nice thing is, the two CIA agents actually have a job that they're working on. So, spliced in between the romantic comedy parts, you do have them doing their actual CIA job, as well as the way they interact with each other becoming more and more stressed as time goes on. It's good. It does feel like it being a shade under 2 hours. It's almost too long for a romantic comedy. And they do foreshadow pretty early on who she's going to pick. Having Chelsea Handler as the best friend to Reese Witherspoon, it seems kind of weird. And you can tell her dialogue is trying way too hard to be funny, and some of her stuff is actually kind of the most dull part of it. Now, the two of them laid out some ground rules, as like, okay, no sex, and we're not gonna get involved with each other. You have to block the dates. Once they go away from that, they're using spy satellites and bugs, and whether it's you're gonna have a romantic evening with her. That's awesome. I'm gonna flood your apartment by turning on your overhead sprinklers. You're gonna have a night with her. Great. I'm gonna hit you with a tranquilizer dart. The I found out she likes this because we're having intel done on her, so I will work through these sorts of scenarios. Whenever she calls up a friend, yeah, this guy's he's nice, but he feels really safe. Okay, next date, we're gonna go paintballing. And with Tom Hardy, the guy who was Bane, going through paintballing like he's Rambo. Okay, he begins paintballing with no helmet and not holding a gun. And by the time it's done, he's taken out at least about a good 40 people, including taking other people's guns and throwing them off, like 2 foot, 2-story structures. Super over the top. And Chris Pine's character, yeah, it feels like he's always on. Nothing's really, he doesn't feel that emotional. Okay, we're gonna go, and we're gonna adopt a puppy. And there are some moments back and forth that's decent. They throw in some okay jokes. The bulk of the comedy does come when these two are messing with each other while they're on dates. And some of the bits and pieces here and there. So where those two are involved, it's good, it's funny, it works. When it's Reese Witherspoon and Chelsea Handler's character, there are moments where it's funny, and other times where it's just not. And when it comes down to the very end where who's she going to choose, it's foreshadowed early enough in the movie that you can pretty much tell where the ending's going to go. Romantic comedy, decent. They're normally kind of crappy, so it's not bad. The CIA agent spin adds some freshness to it, but this movie really, really should have been trimmed down from almost 2 hours to maybe an hour 40 tops.